Concern, anxiety, trepidation, consternation, worry, horror, terror, panic. Fear takes many forms, and as human beings, we will experience most of them in our lifetime. We might be paralyzed by fear, or maybe relish the thrill. And sometimes our fear even saves our lives.
Most of the things that we talk about as being harmful to us are things that arise from the processing of some kind of threat. And we can divide the way the brain responds to threats in terms of the conscious experiences we have into two broad categories. One is fear and the other is anxiety. So fear is the feeling you have when a threat is immediately present. Anxiety is a worry about a threat that hasn't occurred yet and may never occur and may not even be possible. Anxiety is a cognition about the future as opposed to a cognition about the present. So anxiety is the price we pay for having a prefrontal cortex, which is the home of our capacities for envisioning the future.
Our brain, whenever we perceive of a word, mimics whatever is described by the word. So for instance, if I say to you now, jump, kick, run, your brain pretends to a certain extent to be jumping, running, and kicking. So this process is called neural simulation, and this process brings language right into the brain and helps us understand what words mean. And this is how meaning really is created. And once you understand this process, once you understand how words really kind of enter our system in this specific way, then it becomes very obvious that, yes, of course, the language also forms our action. You then also understand that by negating things, you actually activate them and you propagate them. So if I say to you, don't be afraid, your brain does one thing. It activates the notion of fear because your brain cannot not think. When we have to negate something, we need to activate what it is that we are supposed to negate. So if I tell myself, don't be worried, I create worry and I strengthen the notion of worry in my mind and I'm propagating my own worry.
Maybe it's time we stop seeing fear as an outside enemy to be conquered and accept it as a natural part of us. My fear is a complex fragrance, not a foul stench, but not a sensuous perfume either. It's my very own unique scent.
Worried about what you're going to achieve, you won't achieve anything.